Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Hello, my name is Mike, and today's show is brought to you by our Amazon page. Please remember to shop at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. It's quite simply the best way to support this show. If you need it, Amazon has it, and you can get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. Bookmark it, please.
Available on demand every day in iTunes and the Google Play Store and around the world on MikeO'MaraShow.com. What more can we do for you? It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Sanctuary, sanctuary, sanctuary.
That's a great place to go and worship.
Yeah.
In the sanctuary.
Sanctuary. Sanctuary. No, I'm not a hunchback anymore. I'm feeling rather perky today based on, it's great when you do things and they work, and chiropractic works. I'm here to tell you that.
So the guy wasn't gentle with you today.
No, I challenged him a little bit today. I said, it almost sounds kinky.
That's a great way to treat a doctor.
I said,
even
hurt
one
me.
in parentheses.
I said, hurt me.
Did he have you put the blindfold on?
Ball gag.
Put the ball gag in my mouth.
Is it?
Won't squeal.
Bring out the gimp.
No, it's just, Oscar, you've had back issues. You know what it's like when you get a moment of, you feel, when you have the back pain, your feeling is this. You're feeling like you may never, ever be the same again. You can't help that. You can't process it by saying, oh, I'll it'll pass and it'll go away. So you're thinking that this is.
You don't think it's temporary. You never think it's temporary.
Right, you can't think
It's
it's
going to be
fixed.
forever, so it puts you into this incredible funk. And then when you get a little relief from this, I'm using all these terms that don't work. They sound like prison love.
No, you're fine, Mike.
When I was
Sound like
free.
prison love. Yeah, when I was free. I feel terrific. I feel like dancing.
So you just decided
feel
to
like
relax
dancing
and
today.
enjoy it and let it happen.
Oh, I let it happen. Well, I'll tell you all about it. I got my mini massage yesterday.
Oh,
too, 'cause,
good.
and it was another mini about it. It is Thursday, and you know what that means,
What does
right?
it mean, Mike?
Now tighter and brighter for your listening pleasure. Happy Thursday, everybody. It's all about you. That's right. It's all about you. You. And, boy, it's a fat one today, so we're going to dive in with both feet. And
Excellent.
hopefully I won't screw up. Rob, how much drinking did you do putting this together this
Not
week?
a drop, Mike. I was
Not a drop?
No, I had a day yesterday. I had to get this done before back to school night. You see.
Okay, so you rushed it. So I'm
You
just
know
trying
what?
to get.
Is there any
I'm just
really,
trying to
Mike,
get. I'm trying to get a
Is there
feel.
ever a good answer?
I'm just trying to get a feel for the quality that you. They can go. One out of every four can be troublesome, and I always like to get like a
No, Mike.
a barometer on
They're
that.
all troublesome. It was
Okay.
not rushed. It was
Yes.
my key priority yesterday,
Yes.
and I think you're in for quite a treat.
Oh,
That's what I wanted. I wanted you
There
to
we
stand behind.
go.
So basically, you're saying that these auto parts are 100% guaranteed by Speedway.
Exactly. Well, you put a
Very
guarantee
good.
on a bowel movement, Mike.
Callahan breaks.
Tommy. All right, here we go. First and foremost, a slightly belated birthday wish to Mr. George Pfeiffer. We wanted to be extra sure that we didn't skip his name.
You
Is
see,
his
George
na-
Pfeiffer goes by Skip.
It's Skip Pfeiffer.
Yes, of course.
Is he related to our friend Cappy Pfeiffer?
Be his big? That would be her big brother. You see.
I've never known this. Have I
Yeah.
known this?
I don't think so.
How come you know this?
Because Cappy said, "Would you please ask Skip a happy birthday or wish him one anyway?"
Oh, that's wonderful. Hey, Skip Pfeiffer. What a great name.
Isn't that awesome?
Hey, listen, we better get those reports down to Skip Pfeiffer. Put them on Skip Pfeiffer's desk. Is Skip Pfeiffer going to the conclave? Yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell you. Listen, these are fine for me, but I'll tell you what I wouldn't do. I wouldn't bring them by Skip Pfeiffer. If he takes a look at these, he's not going to like that. Get those right up to accounting.
Are you saying
Yeah.
they don't pass the Skip test, Mike?
Okay, now this is an interesting name. Patchery Burnham turns 36 tomorrow.
Great name.
She is Thai. She talked Thai. She talked Thai very good. And she met all of us at Paradise Cantina in Vegas last January, and she thinks Mike is hot.
I think we all do.
Happy birthday,
Well then.
Patchery. Oh, Patchery. Thank you. Spontaneous Gregory Peck impression here.
Okay.
Here we go. But what about the boy? What about the boy? I watched. I forgot what the Western I watched with Gregory Peck. And it's entirely on the MGM channel 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you know,
And it was,
you know what? The MGM High Def channel shows a lot of movies that have a star that you've never heard of the movie. That seems to be the way they operate.
What about the boy? Happy 30th birthday to Damian Alomar. Since he's now in his 30s, he is now officially a douchebag. Yay! After years of unofficial douchedom, happy birthday to disgruntled postman Chad Senti, who relished the irony of emailing his birthday request. Way to go.
That's
All right,
great.
that's cool. He didn't use snail mail.
Yeah.
Happy 44th to Sean Moore in Lafayette, Louisiana. And now let us acknowledge the September birthday of Steph Baker. She is a Sacramentan, and we wish her nothing but happiness. Thank you very much. On to the letters, shall we? Hey, guys, it's back to school time, which means it's also back to begging time as teachers send out their wish lists and begin their never-ending plea for donated items. This year I found the perfect solution that is sure to please fat, lazy fathers everywhere. I went to Amazon.com through the Mike O'Mara Show website and ordered cartoon-sized cases of a few things on the list and shipped them directly to the school.
Love it.
Then I sent an email to the teachers letting them know that they would be receiving a package of goods.
That's
I
awesome.
like this guy already. The next time they beg for donations, I will simply reply, "What? You're out of glue sticks already?" Keep the funny coming. Brian Casson. Brian, that is a funny letter. The next one here. Hello, boys. With all the talk of death and health issues lately, it got me thinking, what will the name of the show be after Mike's unfortunate passing? And because he's a warm and kind guy, he has included some suggestions
Yes.
here. The Mike O'Mara Memorial Show.
Very
That
nice.
would be my choice.
You like
that would be
that?
my choice. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Tech and Cookies. Rob's Mom. Now listen, you're hearing it from me while I'm alive. No.
I wouldn't,
I
wouldn't
times
choose it.
no.
I wouldn't
I'd
choose
ta-
that.
I'll take the Rob Spiewak show over the Rob Mob.
No.
Not the Rob Mob.
I don't want either of those.
Oscar's Box.
That one I like.
And so at the very end he writes thoughts. Well, see, I'm not giving you thoughts. I think that's a great name for a show. Thoughts?
I had a suggestion for the show, Mike, after you pass, and God forbid, but I
Right.
think it would be called Charlie Doesn't Live Here Anymore.
Well, that letter is wonderful, and warmly he says, Kevin Silver. Ken, lick it, Kevin. Thank you. Dear TMOS, I am deployed to Afghanistan a little over a year ago. Internet was shoddy, so I had my wife download, burn, and send me CDs of TMOS every month. Those 3 hours a month were the highlight of my team's stay. When I got home, I had a hard time falling asleep. I started to listen to makeup episodes of TMOS, and I started sleeping like a baby. Well, this is my favorite letter already. Mike's sultry voice.
You see, now it just got awkward.
He makes me laugh. He charms me, and then he makes me laugh. What a douche. Anyway, he says, Mike's sultry voice put me at ease like I've never felt before. When you can't be comfortable and are always looking over your shoulder, you need something to make you feel at home. Your three voices are family to me. I don't fall asleep to you guys anymore, but I still love you just as much as I'll never stop being a fan. Thanks for the laughs, and that's Sean Milam or Milam
I think it's
of
Milam.
Milam of Tacoma, Washington. Well, they don't get
That
any
is so
better than
cool.
that.
Nice one, isn't
That's
it?
pretty. Wow, why we get up and do it. Kate Matthews here from Elk Grove, California. She says, I am the #1 TMOS senior citizen fan in the world.
Wow.
And I just celebrated my birthday on August 31st in Chicago at a needlework seminar with 550 other women. During meetings, all I could hear was Rob mimicking women talking as he used to do on the old radio show. You mean the something I have to remember to put more of into the show. I truly do love that. My stitching friend asked me why I was giggling.
Stitching friend,
and, and since she doesn't listen to the show, shame on her, I said, you wouldn't get it. Thanks for all the laughter. Signed, a listener of every TMOS show and 2-time live show attendee. Hey, that's fantastic. And Kate Matthews, we appreciate it. This comes from Ryan Ashby, who turns 39 on September 6th, is from Indianapolis, and here's what he writes. Hello, gentle people. I am a 15-year listener of your shows, and as I enter the final year of my douchebag 30s, I wanted to tell you the story of how TMOS inspired me. In February of this year, I lost my job. It was a brutal layoff.
Brutal
Taking
layoff,
a page
brutal layoff.
from the TMOS book, which I purchased using the Shop Amazon tab on MikeO'MaraShow.com, my wife and I started at an at-home baking business. She is a talented cake decorator, and it was time to put those talents to work. We built a loyal fan base on Facebook, used Vistaprint for our business cards, purchased our postage for shipping through Stamps.com, and buy all of our ingredients through your Amazon page. Though we are still a small startup, the kitchen at Ashby Manor – oh, I know Ashby Manor. I know that, I think. I think that's out in Virginia, isn't it? It continues to grow every day. Thank you to the TMOS crew for giving us the idea. We could do this on our own. Keep bringing the funny, Ryan.
Aw,
I think
so
that's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah, I think, I think he should send samples.
Absolutely. Please send them along. And our final letter says, I can't say that. Oh, no, it continues.
Yes.
I can't say that about any other celebrity. I personally worked on at least
You've
four.
skipped a
Oh,
page.
did I? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Where did I miss? Where did I
After
miss?
Ryan, there should be another letter from Shiloh
Okay.
Cook.
I'm totally lost here. Wait a minute. Hold on. Ryan. All right. Shiloh Cook writes.
Yes.
Right? Hey, guys, can we have a TMOS dating site page or whatever you want to call it? Because I've seen a lot of pretty ladies posting stuff. Plus, I'm tired of Match.com, eHarmony, and the like. I want a woman who loves TMOS and is hot and loves me for me, damn it. I'm 42, and I'm done with the BS. Please help. Well, can you help Shiloh Cook out? Is there
Are you
a
sure
chance
this is
we can
from
do
Shiloh Cook and not from Matthew Bloom?
that? I'm really not sure.
I know.
Yeah, look, we can't get a date for a guy when he works 2 feet away from us,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah,
don't know if we can help Shiloh Cook out.
Get a
but
haircut,
perhaps,
buy some cologne.
You know, maybe a future. I don't know. We can't do it for a bonus show. That would be too narrow casting. We'll do it for a regular show. We should have a dating show.
Yes, I agree.
At some point,
you
we
call
should.
in if you're single and you're
Yes.
looking to meet somebody.
Yeah.
Do you think
All
we
right.
could ever set up the technology where we could do that and do it in such a way that would not be
Like a TMOS
pissing all of us
Tinder?
out?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we could work that out.
We'll try to do it.
fun.
Maybe we do it at. Hey, how about if there's any potential live show out there?
yeah.
Maybe we'll work dating into that.
Yeah,
Weird.
guaranteed third base.
And
Speed
now,
dating.
here is our final letter.
Yes.
Hey, TMOS. I want everyone to know that their love and admiration of Robin Williams is not misplaced. I'm a union stagehand in San Francisco where Robin filmed many movies, and I've never heard a single story about Robin Williams ever being a jerk. I can't say that about any other celebrity. I personally worked on at least 4 Robin Williams movies, and while I didn't have any personal interaction with him, I've heard stories from several people who did. He was loved by everyone who ever worked with him. I can also tell you from personal experience that Brian Dennehy was nice.
Mike, you're gonna love- you're
I'm
gonna
so
love-
glad Brian Dennehy was nice. I love Brian
You're
Dennehy.
going to love the list of celebrities that he has comment on. I think you're going to really like this letter.
He says, I can tell you from personal experience that Brian Dennehy was nice. That just makes me laugh. Even though he once yelled at me from the stage in front of an audience. Dame Edna was fantastic.
You
See,
bet
that
your
makes me
ass she
happy.
was. Or
That
he-
makes me happy. Gene Stapleton gave me a hug.
Ooh.
I love this. This is a great letter. Jason Alexander is awesome. That surprises me
Me
because I've
too.
heard he might be a little
Prickly?
tough to deal with.
Yeah.
Sarah Silverman is exactly how you picture her. So is Juliette Lewis. That's too funny. So they're both weird.
Yeah.
And BB Newirth is a total C.
Nice.
Seriously, she is an awful human being. Wow.
Lilith.
Thanks for the laugh, Greg Wilson. I should say laughs. I never say that plural. Thanks for the laughs, Greg Wilson and Rob. Start the show, you hump. Great mailbag.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
I should have killed myself when he put it in me. After the first time, before we were married, Ralph promised never again. Promised. And I believed him. But sin never dies. Sin never dies. At first, it was all right. We lived sinlessly. We slept in the same bed, but we never did. And then, that night, I saw him looking down at me that way. We got down on our knees to pray for strength. I smelled the whiskey on his breath. And he took me. With the stink of the Roadhouse whiskey on his breath. And I liked it. I liked it. Well, all that dirty touching on his hands on me all over me. I should have given you to God when you were born. And I was weak and backsliding. But now, the devil has come home. Oh. We'll pray.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Spiewak, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
You know it's
For the
great?
purpose of a little context. That is a young lady. That's an older lady by
Yes,
the name
it
of
is.
Sharon.
Yes.
Talking about when she made love to Bob.
Right.
To produce a little boy named Rob.
And they said, my mom said, let's pray. What is so great, Mike, I would say like maybe one show open in 20 is when I go dark like that. And
Yeah,
the
but you-
greatest pleasure is to watch you realize what we're playing.
That one that's a winner, man. That is something
And
that
I
is
liked it.
Oscar will never understand when we
But
start
I'm happy when
cackling.
you guys are happy.
It fills Rob and I with joy, and we're not normal.
It's
that way.
nice.
Anyway, live from the Cabby Pfeiffer Studios. I smell whiskey on his breath.
Hot Roadhouse whiskey, and I liked it.
Live from the Cabby Pfeiffer Studios and heard worldwide, this is the Mike O'Mara Show. We are powered by Encore Insurance Services with over 24 million downloads. Heard daily at MikeO'MaraShow.com and exclusively over the air on the mighty 1630 KCJJ in the heart of the heartland. Go Hawks. We don't have to say hi to anybody anymore.
No, it's over.
That's good. The Mike O'Mara Show is a daily podcast and radio show with the greatest listeners on the planet. Why?
How's that?
Because they get it. That's the reason why. Best wishes going out to our friend Cappy, who had her back surgery and came through it with flying colors. Cappy, we love you, and we're very, very happy that the Cappy Pfeiffer Studios will not be the Cappy Pfeiffer Memorial Studios. We're
very
very,
nice.
very happy
keeping it
about
real.
that.
Very, very nice.
I mean, she's out of the woods, right?
Yes.
She's not.
She's
I mean,
in a
it's not-
hospital.
yeah, but it's not like I have to. It's
No,
not
she's
any-
fine.
She's not pulling up a river, right? I mean, just checking that.
She
Okay, I'm
smells,
sorry.
Mike. She smells of Roadhouse whiskey.
Roadhouse whiskey. That whiskey on your breath. That wonderful overacting, and I liked it. Yes, sirree. Our show today is brought to you by Sleep Number Beds.
Oh, yeah.
As you all know, I started working out with my weights and was talking to my chiropractor about it this morning, and he said that your seated row probably is what got your lats a little bit tweaked. But I will tell you, every night that I have jumped into my Sleep Number bed, I wake up in the morning feeling 10 times better, and I guarantee you I would have been in a lot worse condition if I had not had this Sleep Number bed. And hopefully I'll learn how to lift weights as well. But anyway, I love it, and I talk about it all the time. It's the dual air technology. We love it. We're just about to get my mom a Sleep Number bed up there at the home.
Fantastic.
Yes, we're very excited about that. No matter how I feel at bedtime, I still fall asleep faster, sleep better, and wake up feeling like $1,000,000. I cannot tell a lie. I will tell you I sleep beautifully in that Sleep Number bed, but I happen to drink an extra large diet beverage, a Diet Coke, and
It wasn't Roadhouse
unfortunately-
whiskey?
No, I turned in at 1:30 because I was all caffeined up.
Wow. You see, why you do that to yourself?
But if I'd been in a regular bed, I would have gone to sleep at 4:30. Anyway,
There
you
you
got to
go.
check out the Sleep Number dual air technology for custom firmness and Sleep IQ technology that tells you how you're sleeping. The Sleep IQ tech uses sensors to track and optimize your sleep. There's nothing to wear, nothing to turn on. Just sleep and let Sleep IQ technology give you the best night's sleep ever. It'll even position you. It'll even tell you the angle if you've got an issue with snoring, for example,
Yeah.
of how to
cool.
position your head. I love the thing. It's the smartest bed in the world. You'll wonder how you slept without it. My Sleep Number setting's an 80. Carla's is an 85. Only one place in the world to find the Sleep Number bed with Sleep IQ technology, and that is the Sleep Number store. We are in the final days of the biggest sale of the year. All beds are on sale, starting at $599.99. Act now. The sale ends Sunday. No better sleep. Find your Sleep Number setting today at any of the 450 Sleep Number stores nationwide. You can find one near you by calling 800-511-0061. Don't forget to tell them that Mike O'Mara sent you. And I mean it, and I even say it. I believe it or not, I know you hear me do those commercials all the time, but I will tell you that I say that to my wife all the time. I say it I am so glad. I am so thankful that I sleep on this thing. And,
Cool.
and my family's going to be getting another one, too, so we're excited about that. Okay, are you ready? I talked about it. I
Yes.
said I was going to do it, and I finally dragged my fat ass out to the movie theater to see Guardians of the Galaxy.
You went and saw yourself the raccoon movie.
Hold on. All right, spoiler alert.
Oh.
Spoiler
It's been
alert,
3
please.
months.
Hold on.
Well, maybe
I wanna
2.
Make sure.
2 months.
I want to make sure that I do this the right way. Most dramatic moment in the movie. Spoiler alert, it's going to happen right now.
Okay, excellent.
Here we go. Everybody listen.
All
Hold
right.
on.
All right.
We are Groot.
Thank you very much.
Wow.
Thank you.
That was good.
Thank you. All right.
Well done.
Slightly conflicted about how to talk about this because I'm not going to give it the rave, but I'm also going to tell you this is the best way that I can sum up
All right.
how I feel about Guardians of the Galaxy. I walked out of the theater in an absolutely phenomenal mood.
Oh, yeah, that's
Now,
all you can
I
ask.
Is that
walked out.
because
I
the
walked
movie
out of
was
the
over?
movie. No, I walked out of the movie because it just every now and then you want the old-fashioned feel-good. If you're going to give me comic book and you're going to give me
Right.
superhero, it made me happy. There wasn't a character in there that I didn't feel esteem for. So that's a credit.
Yeah.
And there wasn't a moment in the movie that overall, the overall presentation, especially Chris Pratt, the star of the movie, it's all about likable characters, man. And that's what everybody's talking about. So all of the stuff that I didn't like, was it a little too violent? Yes, it was. Too much of the blow up, hit, kill, hit. They make the bad guys. They make the bad guys too much. But you have to in a movie like that.
They were guarding the galaxy.
They were guarding the
I
galaxy.
mean, that's a big
They were
deal.
guarding
You
the galaxy.
Don't do
And
this halfway.
And by the way, for you Guardians of the Galaxy fans, they don't pull any stops out when they tell you a sequel's coming. They tell you it's coming at the end of the movie. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
they might as well just put franchise right up on the screen because there it is,
right
And-
after
but-
it said no animals were hurt, it says
Right.
Ka-ching.
It's like the Back to the Future movies, and like in the early 90s, where you sit there and it's a to be continued.
Yeah.
Or part
Yeah.
3 will be out in 2 summers, and you're like, all right, see you then.
Well, when they envision it that way, sometimes they actually shoot the 2 movies concurrently
Yeah.
to save money. So they obviously were thinking way ahead. Even
Well,
if they had a stinker on their hands, they would
here's-
still have a sequel.
for sure.
Here's the rule. I think that the CGI guys who really JO more than anybody JOs, they're just it's really over the top. And I think audiences perhaps it's passed me by, but perhaps audiences crave this and they want more of it and they want better special effects. But I do think that these guys just go completely overboard, and I think you could have got the same result in that movie without going as overboard as they did with it. I
Do
mean,
you
it just
think-
gets so tedious.
Do you think
to me.
right now the over the top CGI, and this is more of a question probably for Oscar and for Pony, is it a trend like in the 1940s when they were working as hard as they could to make movies as colorful as possible because color was new?
I don't remember that
But
time,
I
but
mean,
I'll take
you
your
have
word
to,
for it.
historically speaking,
Okay.
or in the 1950s when they started doing 3D because
Yeah.
3D was possible,
Okay.
and everything was in 3D. They did a musical in 3D. Is this a trend that people will finally get tired of and it'll go
Oh,
away?
no.
Or will CGI? Is that
'Cause-
just,
Hey, did you see it in 3D, Oscar? Or
Oh,
did you see
yeah.
it in regular?
I saw it
See,
in
I didn't
3D.
See, you know what? Maybe I would have enjoyed it more if I saw it in 3D.
3D
well,
was
wait,
a lot
do you
of
like
fun.
motion sickness?
I don't mind seeing movies in 3D now because the technology's gotten better. and
Better
they're actually-
technology.
It's better
experience.
technology, and it's but now who's the wrestler that's in it, Oscar? I know that's a
Batista.
wresler, right?
Yeah.
Batista.
Local guy.
Terrific,
Local guy out of Virginia. Local guy.
And I know you've interviewed him a
Oh,
bunch
absolutely.
of times,
He's been
right?
been on the program a ton of times. Nice
and
guy.
yeah, I think that he was terrific in it. I mean, he really was for a not a traditional actor to be in
so
that.
happy for him. When I saw that, I said, Jesus, he's going to be it's like the next Rock situation going on.
Who was the green lady? Who was the lady that
was it
Was it
figure
Zoe
out her-
Saldana?
Yeah, Zoe Saldana. And
She's
from
terrific.
from Avatar. So You can't go wrong there.
all right,
Was she
you know
blue
what?
in Avatar?
Yeah, she
And she's
was.
green in this movie?
Yes.
Does she do anything in Flesh Tones?
She has.
Okay,
that's good.
It was fun. It was fun, and as I said, I loved the ending. I fell in. This is where I feel like now I have to confess that I feel like an idiot.
No.
I fell in love with the tree.
Right? Yeah, who doesn't
Mike,
like
if
a
it's
tree?
a happy
I love
ending,
Groot.
Groot
I love Groot.
rules.
It's
Yeah, Groot.
storytelling, and it's a happy ending, and that's what people
Yeah,
think they
Mike,
always
I
have.
mean, the way you felt when you walked out is the same. When I discussed it with Chad, I said, in a weird way, walking out of that theater, whether you're into CGI or not, and take that away, try to at least. When you walk out of a movie once in a while and you're just fucking happy, oh
What are
my
you
God,
doing?
Jesus Christ! Sorry.
I know, though, isn't it nice?
You're
It's nice
just
to-
happy.
You
It
wanna-
was
yeah, you're
nice.
happy. That's
Yes.
exactly. Did you say that on your show?
Yes,
Did you
it's
say
just,
that?
it was different.
So you
Yes.
felt the same way.
Same
I didn't
way.
listen to
Pretty
that.
relaxed.
That's good.
Can I get
All
you a
right.
blanket or
No,
something?
I'm passionate about it. You don't have that feeling all the time. You
No,
just
I
don't.
felt, you certainly don't when you walk in. And I like heavy movies. I like movies with a message, but I love an old-fashioned ending. And I think that movie makers, modern movie makers, you don't get a lot of that, and I love that. I want to see that. I want, especially with the recent times, you want to go out and you want to have that escapist fun. I think your kid would love it, Rob. I think you'd love to go
Julia's
see
seen it
too.
3 times. Julia
Really?
thinks it's the greatest thing that's ever happened.
Would you go see it? Would
I
you
would.
ever
You
go
know what?
see it?
More now that you say it, yeah, because you know what? I
That's
think
happy. You feel good.
You probably went in probably with a fairly low bar because you had convinced yourself that it was a CGI thing. I would
Right.
almost go see it based on the soundtrack.
It
Oscar was
is
the one
a-
that hit me
oh,
with the music of the soundtrack.
Now that I should mention that as well. That to me is that's my era.
Of course.
And as a matter of fact, the choices are terrific for the movie in that, and I think that no, the CGI was the only thing that for me it's just too much. I mean, I've always hated it. I will always hate it. I just don't
Has
think
gotten
we
better
need as
though.
much of it.
It has
Yeah.
gotten better, and you
Yeah.
know what? There's probably CGI stuff that you saw in that movie that you didn't realize was CGI, and that's when it really starts to be successful. When you stop realizing that it's a special effect.
Well,
so
the
maybe
thing-
that's the next step.
The thing about all that stuff, I would tell the people that do the CGI, dial it down to old movies. Go back to Starship Troopers CGI. I can deal with that. You know,
Yeah.
that I can handle. I don't need. It's just because it moves too fast. It moves faster than the naked eye can see, and
That's the
and there-
trickery.
I still like a level of, even though it's fantasy, I like a certain level of believability with the fight scenes and the battle scenes. And it's just insane, It's insane that many creatures or that many spaceships would be coming out of another mothership. It just wouldn't be. It wouldn't be real. You know what I mean? I don't know. I like CGI when it assists a believable plotline, but taking that out because you suspend that disbelief,
Right.
And you just get into the characters, and it's perfectly acceptable. I thought it was, as I said, I felt I was in a absolutely phenomenal mood when I walked out of that
I
theater.
would say from
Love
you,
that little plant at the end. Look at that little guy. He's gonna live.
I
He's
would
gonna
say for you
live.
that's a rave because you went in ready to dislike this movie.
I will tell you that about a quarter in, first maybe big battle scene, and I
Right.
was just going.
Check your
When,
watch.
when Batista is fighting the guys in the at some point, it's funny. It was just like, okay, we get it. We get it. He's kicking ass. That's great. But then again, when Groot fought people, more power to him.
There you go.
The fake tree.
I think Groot can take his roots and put them through people's chests. Anyway, it was terrific. We'll take a break, and we will come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hi, I'm Tony Perkins.
And I'm Gary Stein.
And we are of the Tony Perkins Show featuring Gary Stein. If you're listening to this show, why not listen to our show? It's just as good, if not better.
Oh, I think it's probably better.
I'm not sure we should say that during the show.
You know what? Let's not say it.
All right, but listen to our show because it really is better.
Really, really good.
Check it out at TonyPerkinsShow.com.
The Tony Perkins Show.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, and now here to tell you all about Encore Insurance is Gary Stein.
Hi, Gary.
Hi.
Hi, Gary.
Hi, you need life insurance, right?
Yeah.
There's no two ways about it. You owe it to yourself and your family. Hi, I'm Gary Stein.
Anyway, no, I'm sorry. I'm going to leave now.
Hi, everybody. I'm Gary Stein.
I like that he said hi, everybody, and bye, everybody.
That's right. You need life insurance. There's no two ways about it. You owe it to yourself and your family, but why haven't you bought it yet, okay? Let me ask you this. Let me look you right in the eye now and say, insurance, life insurance. Why? What? Why? Huh? No, really, come on. Why? Why haven't you? Why?
You know that Mike, that's a good question for Gary Stein.
I don't know, everybody.
No more excuses. Today is the day. And luckily, Encore can make it easy and economical for you. Encore surveys the most highly rated companies in the insurance industry to compare premiums. It's the fastest and easiest way to get the life insurance you need. Encore does the work so you don't have to. No obligation, no salesman, and it's free. Now, with the phone number, here's Gary Stein.
Oh, here's Gary.
Just call toll-free, everybody, 866-347-5748 to get a free life insurance quote. I'm Gary Stein.
Bye.
Or you can visit smartterm.com. That's SMARTTERM.com. That's where you'll find the license disclaimer and quality customer service. Encore Insurance Services, LLC. Check them out as a favor to us, but mostly for yourself. Please do it today. Sorry, Gary Stein got in my head there. I couldn't
He's
help
fine.
myself. He's fine. He's fine. He's Stein.
Feinstein.
No,
Absolutely.
Feinstein's a different guy.
So I talked about the back therapy and the fact that it's great when something you do works, because I was yesterday, as I mentioned, I don't know if it was on the air or off the air, where I said to both of you guys, I have not had a healthy day since I came down.
I believe
in August. Since I got back to Florida, I have not had a healthy
To be
day.
accurate, it was before the show and after the show and during the show.
Yes.
And to be fair to you, also, you're restoring a classic. You know, for all these years, you probably haven't gone.
Really?
You haven't
We're gonna
gone-
go there?
I'm just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, think
I'm
about-
taking my old Stack of Bricks body.
No, Mike,
And
you
I'll
are a
restore it.
1960 Lincoln Continental with suicide doors. So few of them exist anymore.
Yes.
It's important that we start from square one.
Restoring a classic.
That's right. Look at you.
Let me ask you before the serious weight question here.
Yes.
All right. So I'm on this program where I do Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and because of my depleted spinal condition yesterday, I did not do yesterday, and it killed me. I was pissed off that
You
I
should
wasn't
go
in the,
today.
Yeah. So go today and then
But
get
do
back
the girl
on
weights.
the same
do
every
the
other.
girl weights.
Okay.
But by girl weights, I mean just for the weights that you
Move
think
a lot
you
of
should-
lightweight.
Just a lot of lightweight, and you know what? Do it for double or triple the time you think you should do it, because you're
Okay.
going to build that muscle to a place where you
That's
can
what
go
I'll
to the
do.
next level.
But then
I'm
if
going
he's doing
today, that's what I'm
doing
gonna
weight training today, should he then skip Friday and do Saturday?
Because I'd
give
love
him
to
a
get back
day
on that
between?
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Yeah,
thing.
you should skip tomorrow and then go Saturday and then go
you
Monday.
Back on Monday,
Okay.
Wednesday, Friday.
Very
There
good.
you go.
That's exactly what I'll do.
Perfect.
So yesterday, I went in to get my therapeutic back massage, and it was something that two things I didn't realize.
Is that it
when
was
you-
the babysitter that was doing it?
Well, hello. How are you? Two things I didn't
now.
realize when I got on the table, that position on the table was the absolute perfect position to tweak my back. So that
Tweak in
when
a
I
good
got-
way or a bad
well,
way?
no, I mean it pressed on the nerve, because I guess it just sort of tractioned my back backwards a little bit, and it was not comfortable. I sleep on my back or my side when I'm
Right.
in bed, and I got on my stomach, and I was sitting there, and I bent it back, and I actually had to go like to that little cat stretch that Oscar was doing yesterday, just
yeah.
to not feel
Child's
pain.
pose.
And then
Child's pose,
and then we solved it by the fact that she put a towel under me. And
Which is probably good just in case anyway.
They can get messy. Massage.
I mean, you
I
never know
had
what
my-
could happen.
I had my boxers on the entire time.
Attaboy.
Well, they give you the option, and I'm not going to have my. And it's the only problem I have with anything like this. This can be a chiropractor. This can even be a physical. I don't know whether I'm almost thinking this is psychological when this happens, because it's happened to me on multiple times. When I'm going to go into that, first of all, I wash myself thoroughly. I go over the top, bathing myself perfuming myself, making sure that all the unwanted hairs are trimmed off of my body.
Was this
I
before or
clean
after
my
your-
ears. I clean my nose. I clean every orifice thoroughly.
Was this
I-
before or after your trip to the cinema yesterday?
This was before my trip to the cinema.
Okay, so you didn't come in reeking of butter and juji fruit.
No,
Good.
no, but I wouldn't do that. You see, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have a heavy meal before.
You're not
I
an
was gonna go
animal.
do that.
That's right.
I'm not an animal
You're
at all.
a classy man.
This is 2:45 p.m. yesterday. This is when I'm supposed to get this thing done.
Right.
And here's the weird thing. It's 45 minutes. It's not an hour. It's 45 minutes because apparently insurance looks at an hour differently. The extra 15 minutes. Because they don't screw you enough in insurance. They want to make sure that they just give you a little added something. So during the entire time, before, during, and really after, when I got to the car, I suddenly have this incredible gas that I am terrified of releasing, and because there's no way around doing this other than farting in someone's face.
Yeah, true enough.
If you do this.
Are you sure
And-
it was a fart, or could it have possibly been? Did this happen when you were on the table?
What is your question?
I was going to say, could it have been fecal urgency? Is that part of the
no,
stress?
But I will tell you, once she started kneading the middle part of my back, which and you don't realize that your body is inflamed in areas of your back that you didn't expect. You know where the pain is of the back injury, but you don't realize that, say, my pain's all on my right side.
Right.
Well, I didn't realize that I've got excruciating pain in other areas on my left side. And they take their little thumb and they put like pressure on an area of the back muscle, and you don't realize it's excruciating.
Oh,
it's absolutely excruciating, and it's just, I mean, there's not a lot of pressure there. It's just you're
it's
inflamed.
sensitive, and also you forget how
and engorged.
You, of course, which is why you needed the towel. Why so many people, they forget that everything is so interconnected through your spine. One time I was getting the electrostimulation at a chiropractor.
Anal.
They use a probe. And I said to the doctor.
Same thing that, for humans, because we're bigger, it doesn't affect us, but it's the same thing they use unfortunately, to dispatch minks.
Yeah. Minks. How long since you've had your mink dispatched?
How long? How could you have driven in today and said that Mike O'Mara would be making an anal electrocution joke?
No, I couldn't have done that.
No,
Not
you wouldn't
today.
say that.
But that's
Right.
how Carla got her coat. So I said to the doctor, I said, "Doctor," I said, "is it possible that the tightness in my neck could affect the fact that my thumb and forefinger sometimes are tingling?" He walked
They
by.
said, "No, Mr. Spiewak, that would be your arterial
He
sclerosis."
says, "You're having a stroke, son."
It's called diabetes.
No, he walked by and he said, "Oh, if you're having that, your problem," and he didn't even look. He just touched my back. He said, "Your problem's right here." And he put some pressure on my back, and my arm flailed because it is the nerve that is connected to your arm.
Yeah.
And you just forget that everything runs through your back. And it's
then
crazy.
Rob said to him, "But doctor, what about the numbness?" And he said, "Well, let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at this MRI for a second. Let's see. Hold on, Mr. Spiewak. All right, turn this light on. All right, now you're going to see up here to the left down here. That is a Costco berry sundae.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
Right there. That's exactly where that is
The
located.
weirdest thing is at the end of the interview is he said, "Now we're going to need to see your feet. Take off those blue socks." I said, "I'm not wearing socks."
There's a great X-ray of Homer Simpson that's full of like jelly donuts and pizza. That's got to be our cover photo.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I will tell you this. A spinal surgeon told me years and years and years ago that the key to back health is to get he got a weekly therapeutic back massage from a certified person, a therapeutic masseuse that knows what they're doing. And I will tell you something. I couldn't believe how good it was and how it worked. I was sore as hell when I got off that table.
Right.
But at the same time, it worked, and then I was back in the office for the chiropractor today, and I told him to hurt me as well. And I think I'm on the road to recovery.
What
That's
do you bet
the
that
good news.
the massage allowed you to be adjusted more easily? Because if you go without chiropractic for months, your first adjustment is tough, but you adjust easier if you stay on a regular program.
Well, I'm a believer, and all that talk about Dr. Timid Gentle, I will say he did not do that today. I like the guy. He's terrific, and I was
Good.
I was mean to everybody yesterday. I was just spinning out of control. You know?
Stay hydrated. That's another way to make yourself adjust.
You were
better.
nice to us.
Very nice
well,
to us.
But I pulled a Max
like
von
prince.
Sydow on Carla when we were driving out of the neighborhood yesterday. You know, she was sitting next to me, and I was Max von Sydow for about 2 minutes. That's all it took.
Can we have
because I believe,
how might that have gone?
must you crack your gum?
Oh my God.
Must you crack that gum? Must you crack that gum? Is it necessary to crack that gum? Why are you cracking your gum? Please, I am in pain. Please do not crack your gum. Please. Please do not crack your gum.
That was from the Max von Sydow movie, The Elementary Teacher.
For the love of God, I like a piece of apple pie with just a little cheddar cheese. And don't crack your gum. Carla, I'm very sorry for yesterday. Crack it all you want. Go knock your socks off. Doesn't bother me one little bit. We're going to take a break. When we come back to school night. I'll ask Rob the question that I've been burning in my brain.
Yes.
Has he ever missed one? We will take a break, come back with more on the Mike O'Mara Show right after this, everybody. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. It's finally here. It's watching Hard Knocks. Love that show. The opening week of the NFL regular season. It's your last chance to join FanDuel before opening weekend, so get moving. I'll tell you, watching Hard Knocks, the Atlanta Falcons version, has gotten me so pumped up.
A lot of fun.
It really is, and you just you know what these guys go through, and you're psyched to see it. And they're all good guys. They work their asses off. Millions of people play fantasy football, but FanDuel is the best because you can win cash each and every week with immediate cash payouts. I'm working with Rofo. We got the line. Who do we have an intern on campus today? Is Rofo in the building?
Yes, right here.
I didn't see. I can't see you over there. So Rofo, how's the lineup this week? How are we looking?
The lineup is looking great. I weeded through all the players. There were winners and losers. I took all the losers and I threw them right out. So the lineup is just full of winners.
Okay, tell me just give me the quarterback. That's all I need to know. I will base my opinion of your lineup on the quarterback. Who is our quarterback?
Matt Ryan of the aforementioned Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, good. I'm excited about that. All right, well, drop me a little email or a text and let me know the entire lineup so I can enjoy watching with our FanDuel lineup. They got more payouts than anybody. All the other one-week fantasy sites combined. One guy won $656,000. Wow. Chris Prince. He's a prince now, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. He's almost a king.
Sign up today and use the TMOS code, and FanDuel will match your first deposit up to $200. FanDuel will pay out over $400 million this year. Remember, FanDuel.com. Click the microphone in the upper right-hand corner. Use the code TMOS. The first 50 to use the TMOS code get their deposit matched up to $200. That's free money. FanDuel.com, where every week is a new season. That's FanDuel.com. Sign up today. All right, it's time to turn the spotlight on Mr. Rob Spiewak.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, life in the Spiewak world.
You know what? You can stop that record right now because yesterday was not a happy day.
Oh, wow. All right.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. I didn't realize that. All
No,
right.
it was bad.
Not a happy day?
Yesterday was a bad day. You know that I had been fighting with my iPads all day, which was a bad way to start the day. But then I knew.
Yeah, but you covered it on the show beautifully. I mean, I didn't even notice that there was a problem.
Yeah, but you know what? It's a tremendous mental hassle. I like things to be the way I like them to be.
Easy peasy.
So I get home and I do what I need to do for today's show, knowing full well that we need to be at the school for back to school night at 5:30.
That's a little
Let me ask you
It
this
is a
before
little
you
early.
even
It
start.
is,
Have you ever missed one?
I think there is a couple instances where Carrie went by herself and I sat it out. Those were elementary school because that hardly matters. But, you know, when you get to middle school, I think you need to be a little more involved or at least give that impression.
You know, I'm always envious of you as as you attend these. Because
well, you know, for years you were excluded from them because of our schedule. And I would have been too if I had had kids in that age range.
Right.
So we go and it's 5:30 and you meet in the auditorium. We had to be there at 5:30 because Julia is in the modern day equivalent of like a gifted and talented program. It's called
nice.
Spectrum.
Perfect.
And she has to be there. Now, the thing that was hanging working.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
When do workers get out in time to make a 5:30?
This is
I have no idea. I don't know anyone that gets out of their office exactly at 5:30.
And I was talking
or
to some
5
of my
to make a 5:30.
My parent friends. I said, it's lucky that I don't have a real job because I can be here. And how are these people here? And they say they really don't know.
Well, and people should be aware of where Rob lives. That bedroom community of Washington D.C. and the traffic really. The average commute of somebody's working in downtown D.C. Rob, at rush hour, we'd be talking about 2.5 hours to get home. 2.5 hours.
Correct? You would have to get to that school at 5:30. You'd have to leave the district.
Take a half day. You'd have to take a half day.
You'd have to take half a day to do it.
Half a day easily.
Or send your your moneyed wife.
Yes.
One or the other. So we get there. The proper back to school started at 6 for all the parents. And back to school.
And Oscar brings up a good point that I'll ask you about.
Okay.
Is that fair to parents that live in that particular community to start something at that ridiculously early hour?
I would say it is and it isn't because I didn't realize the schedule that was in front of us. For some reason, it seemed longer this year because we had to go. The way the school is broken out, there are A days and B days, and they alternate. A day is one schedule, B day is another schedule. This allows the classes to be
a wonderful ass cleaning device.
Oh, the B day.
Thank you very much.
That's right.
B-Day.
Yes, and that allows the teachers to spend 90 minutes per class because they're long.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
No,
wait.
We didn't. This is when the kids go. That's why they have the A and the B day.
Me out.
Tell me about it.
How long is each teacher meeting?
15 minutes with 5 minutes to get from class to class.
Okay.
But I started to do the math in my head, and they handed out the schedule because there were 7 classes to go to. Our commitment at back to school was 5:30 to 9 p.m.
Which
means that
ludicrous.
It's outstandingly stupid.
It's ridiculous.
Now the other problem.
7 classes. How many classes does she have?
Well, the thing is now Robert and Julia are both going to the same middle school. So at least in the past, Carrie and I could go together and make fun of the teachers behind their back. But this year, I did Robert's schedule, and Carrie did Julia's schedule,
and
so we didn't even see each other all night.
And are both of them 7 classes?
Mm-hmm. Usually it's 7 classes. I remember when I was young.
Is it really 7 classes?
I had 7 when I was in school.
Yeah, and counting homeroom, I guess, or whatever homeroom is.
Last one I went to was during the 80s. No, I mean, it was...
and the teachers were all high on blow.
So you got math, you got history, you got arithmetic.
Yes.
You got
math
reading.
and arithmetic, yes.
Arithmetic. Get the slide rule out.
I believe
arithmetic.
Let me see if I can recall what we did. We started with homeroom, which is not a class at all, but just like getting ready for the day.
Right there. Let me just stop you right there. You edit that one out. That can be thrown out.
I agree.
Who cares about that?
And then in homeroom, you have to watch the video from one of the superintendents for the Loudoun County School of Education or department that tells you how to vote to get new schools built, which is something that I laugh at every year. I laugh at it every year.
God, what a mess.
He says,
what a hassle for parents. Really.
Welcome, everybody, to this back-to-school night.
Oh,
We're not here to tell you how to vote, but to tell you what opportunities are in front of you.
Did he have that kind of a New York accent?
Yes, that's how I heard it. That's exactly how I heard it. And then we went to, for Robert, I went to history, then English. Didn't like her at all. Went to
hold on, wait a minute. Hold on a second. Okay, English didn't like her.
The twilight zone of my life.
Okay, so
my parents would never tell me they didn't like a teacher.
Well, Robert had already told me. Robert came home, and let's just call her Mrs. Lady, because I don't want to throw anyone under a bus.
Sure,
why not?
But what were the characteristics? Hold on, slow down, take a deep breath. You're being interviewed here. What were the characteristics that you disliked about Mrs. Lady?
First of all, Mrs. Lady has a sofa and a love seat in her classroom because she wants it to be homey. And when you walk into a classroom and it's set up like that, that might work in a theater arts class, but this is English.
Okay, so
a little personality never hurt.
The first critique is unwarranted, in my opinion.
All right.
You're being too harsh.
Well, also, I may have had my opinion colored because on the first day of school.
So she was a lady.
No, Mike.
Okay.
How dare you?
As the driven snow. So Robert came home on the first day. I said, "How was school? Did you get around?" Okay, he says it was great, but I don't like Mrs. Lady. And I didn't pursue it. I said,
All right.
well, we shall see. Maybe Mrs. Lady will get better. And so we go in, and Mrs. Lady has it all figured out. She knows. She says, if you want to email me, that's fine. But if you really have a concern, we really should meet face to face and not even over the telephone, because there are so many shades of personality issues and problems that we really need to be face to
This
face.
lady's going above and beyond
And
you,
then
No,
jerk.
he's selling
and
me,
then
Oscar.
she said,
he's selling me on
Mike,
it right
this
now.
is what
I'm
thing-
hating her now, too.
Twice she said this. She said, also, I want you to see how impassioned I am. I
I'll
wanted to
take that
just
all
say,
day.
you really, you want to show off for me?
How about Rob, you're going to be at that school anyways doing all their auctions. You'll see her all the time.
I'm not going to see this lady.
That's nothing for you.
And then she says, we're going to do a personality journal where we're cutting out pictures of things we touched. And then she couldn't wait to show us her personality journal. What she did, Mrs.
Wait a minute. Personality
Lady,
journal sounds kind of innovative. That sounds
Yeah,
actually kind of innovative.
you know what's innovative? Make them read a book. Teach them what a simile is. That's all we need from her.
God.
And Mrs. Lady used to live in England, and she's bringing thoughts back from England because I have
her.
this. And she says, and if there's problems, I'm going to make the children email you and tell them how they fix it. And then she said, the thing about it, and I tell all the children this, my face is naturally in a smile, but it doesn't have to be in a smile. And I just said,
Okay, come on, Oscar. Come on, jump on board. I hate that.
I don't like Mrs. Lady.
I can't hate her.
Well, then you know what? Have
Something
fun.
different. People have different ways of learning. This may be better for a lot of people.
You know what?
Lady.
Most of the students are going to
I'm
go
going to
out
ask for
and
the rest
burn
of the
a
school
building
year.
down.
I'll be asking Rob like every other week, how's Mrs. Lady doing?
That's you know what, and I'll tell you because I got my eye on Mrs. Lady.
What's the other option? Someone that's completely disinterested and just wants to pass these kids so they can move
Okay,
forward.
when I went there, and then call me a bad father. I don't care. When I went there are the parents that have 15 questions, and I wanted to stab them in the eye with a knitting needle because
Exactly.
it's just like you're in the system. Okay, you're in the system. You go and you make
get
sure
what
your
you
kids,
put in.
You get what you put in. You make sure those kids have the nose to the grindstone. You do all that. The parent-teacher conferences, which is really what it is, back to school night is meeting the teacher.
Right.
They lay out what they're going to do. Just get it out there. You don't need to impress.
No, you're
parents
right.
don't want to
Exactly.
be impressed.
I don't
They just
want
want
to see
hear
a
the facts. What do
PowerPoint.
you teach?
I
Right.
don't want to see a PowerPoint.
You don't like organization?
No, you see, now here's where you're wrong. Is the history teacher, the social studies teacher, Mr. H, was fantastic. He said, hey.
Was he fat?
He was not. You know
Oh,
who
he
he
was
looked
not
just
fat.
like? He looks just
Who?
like Phil Dunphy. He looked
Phil
just like,
Dunphy. Okay. All right.
and
Very good.
he said here, and he put up one slide. He said, this is what we're going to cover this year. There will be some homework. It won't take you more than 20 or 30 minutes a week for the homework. If your
There
kids
you
are
go.
having more time than that invested
Do you
in
understand?
it, you're
I'm with
having
him.
trouble.
No,
you
he
understand,
just
Oscar?
said-
I'm
he
with
said,
him.
hey-
No, I'm with him. I'm with 1,000%. I have to be with him. He's right. That's what I wanted
What
as
this
a parent.
guy did,
What are
he
my
laid out-
requirements? What do you need
He
from
laid
me?
out exactly what we had to expect, not only from our kids, but from the class, from ourselves. And then he didn't speak up to the 15 minutes. He was done in 7 minutes
And
then
show
put
me-
up on his overhead projector a map of the school and said, who needs to know where they're going next? And gave everybody directions.
Mrs.
He
Lady
was
should have just put
cordial.
up the syllabus. This is what we're going to
That's
read.
it.
This is what we're going to study. That's what we're going to be. I don't know. It's
You know
small.
what?
It's
She
not- it
probably
doesn't
will
have
in
to be.
5 to 6 years when she's beat down by parents like you.
Could be. Could very well be. And there was. I did
They
absolutely.
don't care. I work harder. They could care less. Work less.
Did like the
Mrs.
math
Lady,
teacher.
is that a bottle of gin in your desk?
English
Excuse me,
gin.
Cameron Diaz. Is that is that weed? Is that a pot pipe? Is that a pot pipe in your?
The system is going to beat her down.
Good. She needs
Were
to
there-
be beat down.
I always ask you this,
Yes.
because I don't want to forget. Were there any? Were there any hot teachers?
I think the art teacher was hot.
Really?
When she voted for Kennedy. There was no... and choose your Kennedy. I think she probably voted for them all. There were no hot teachers at all. I did like the math teacher because he says he opens every class with a math joke. And I mean, how do you not like that? Now, Oscar, why was the math book sad?
Why?
Because it was full of problems.
Why not? Why not? Yeah, Rob and I are maybe similar parents. That's it.
And you know what?
I love you, man. I love you.
And it was the only thing that I do fear for Robert, and I got this, I think, 4 or 5 times last night, was, he must be Julia's little sister. And I thought
poor guy.
he's
Poor
going to have
guy.
that. He's going to have that for the next 7 years because Julia is not exactly a fade into the background type kid.
Eggheads, come down to the gifted wing. Come down to the gifted wing. Yeah, no, Robert, no. Don't cross the blue line. Yes, we just need your sister Julia down here now, please. No, please stay. The gymnasium is over to your right. Yes, thank you very much. Go with the other basketball player, Julia, darling, please.
Oh, and
please.
you know what? A tip of the hat to the gym teachers who actually did a skit for us that was entertaining. They
Really?
did. They made fun of all the different type of kids in gym class. One of the teachers was the lazy kid. One was the irresponsible kid.
That's funny.
One was the ADD kid. They did a good job. And do you know that, Mike, if you forget your uniform, you can rent one for $0.25?
Aw.
Yeah, you
Really?
can. Yeah, it's that nice.
But it smells like ass.
It does smell like ass, and that's why. Well, if you want one that doesn't smell like ass, 75 cents. But there's got to be a way if they can split it up or something, because the way it was is I had to leave our kids at home from 5:30 to 9, which I'm not totally adverse to, but it's not great. And there's no way at 5:30, before 5:30, too early for dinner. 9 o'clock, too late for dinner. So at the next back to school night, Mike, I'm setting up a hot dog cart and I'm going to make a fortune.
There you go.
That's what I'm going to do. That's what
So
I'm
outside
gonna
of Mrs. Lady, pretty good lineup of teachers. You're happy?
I liked most of them. Carrie was in love with Julia's teachers, and I think as the kids get older, if you're dealing with a 6th grade teacher as opposed to an 8th grade teacher, the 8th grade teachers are going to be more focused and a little more dynamic because essentially Robert is still in his last year of elementary school.
Yeah, but I think people, and again, I don't have kids.
That's true.
But
and I thank
those
God.
elementary years and those early middle school years are just as, if not more important than the later years because they're setting the foundation for their
100%.
education.
I agree.
100%.
I
It's the
agree.
reason my daughters did well in later grades because they had a good foundation.
And I think the 7th and 8th grade
it
is going
cost
to be
me $1 million. Anyway,
Carrie was most impressed, and what I'm excited about is when I was in 8th grade, we were not afforded the opportunity to take Latin. But Julia is, and she's starting Latin this year and plans to take it throughout. And I think Latin is extraordinarily useful. And her Latin teacher was maybe the most impressive teacher of the night. And so that is, I'm very, very excited about that.
And Rob did it the right way. Rob moved into a school district where they've got a wonderful public school system. And he's in a great, great school district, something I have to be mindful of down here because right now that, the elementary school at the pre-K starts a vocational program. So I have to be, I have to be aware
you were
of that.
with the redistricting, I thought you were in the zone for meth middle.
No, not meth middle. No, that's science.
Oh, I forgot.
It's chemistry.
It's acid elementary.
Right. Well, they rate them like on a scale of, I think, on an 8 scale.
Sure,
and,
sure.
I don't. The elementary school not that big a deal. I know that Eisenberg Middle is 7 out of 8 thumbs up.
So that's pretty good, right?
How about Heroin High?
Heroin High is fantastic too. Well, you know what? Really quickly.
Yes.
No, we're out of time. I'm sorry, I don't have time to talk about it. Tomorrow, I will tell you about the Critter Report from Florida.
Oh,
because,
I can't wait.
There's something that you will not believe we have to be mindful of down here as we go into fall. Very dangerous.
Are
And
you in danger?
Everywhere. I am in danger as we speak.
Wow, your whole family in
As we
danger?
say. Oh, the whole family. Very, very much dangerous.
I really, then maybe we shouldn't come down. Can we do the baptism over Skype?
Yeah, that's what you'd like anyway, I'm sure. Yeah, you can practically taste the water. All right, anyway, we're taking a break right now. When we come back, it's news you may not need on the Mike O'Meara Show. Everybody, we'll be back.
Cake and cookies.
Your OCD is nothing to be ashamed of.
It's also the depression. There's just a stigma that goes with it.
I don't think so anymore.
Okay, well then I'll wear my freak flag, fly it high.
Yeah. Don't be ashamed of your OCD. Be ashamed of the way you talk.
It's the Rob and Katie Show. For more information, visit us at morebroadcasting.com.
Anyway, welcome back to the Mike O'Meara Show. We have been goofing around for a few weeks about our Amazon page, and that is fine. But we need to remind you of one very important fact. It is one of the number one ways that you can support the show, and you folks are the best.
The best.
And I love it when you tell me that you buy all your stuff from Amazon. Our Amazon portal remains the single best way to support the show. Remember, it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost anything extra, and it means the world to us. The next time you need to buy anything, just go to MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. And now, to tell us about the daily purchase at Amazon.com through the Mike O'Mara Show page, here's Rob Spiewak.
Thank you, Mike. It's ACA regulation cornhole bags. 4 in black, 4 in purple, on sale this week at Amazon. Remember, Mike, cornhole is one of the fun games you can play in the backyard with the whole family. Back to
Super.
you, Mike.
Yes, never fear. Amazon still sells tubas, tang, brass knuckles, mayonnaise, and corrective shoes. If you need it, Amazon has it. Always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon. The best way to save money and support this show. Bookmark Amazon at MikeO'MaraShow.com and rest easy, my friend.
From around the globe, across the nation, looking through your neighbor's window, the Mike O'Mara Show now presents News You May Not Need. A comprehensive look at the stories you may or may not be talking about during your daily activity. And now, news you may not need.
We usually have a lot of fun with news you may not need, but I thought I'd throw this in there because I thought this was an interesting story with Rob talking about back to school and the kids going back to school. This is really something the Cartoon Network's doing, and I think it's great, and I'm publicizing it. Are you ready to speak up against bullying? Listen to this. Cartoon Network is challenging the public to clear its throat and tell the world, I speak up, in a chorus of 1 million videos. Participants are invited to declare those 3 words into their mobile devices and share their videos at stopbullying.speakup.com. Every now and then you'll see a video that pops up online with some kid on a bus that's getting his ass kicked and makes me sick to my stomach. I can't stand it. So anything that you can do, they've done a great job in our schools across the country in curbing the onslaught of this bullying. But I'd like people to participate in this. StopBullyingSpeakUp.com, and you can put that on your own social media platforms using hashtag #ISpeakUp, which I think is
Last
terrific.
night, they informed us that all the kids have to sign an anti-bullying contract, which I think is great. And, I was one of the proudest moments I had last year. Julia and a friend of hers stood up for another kid who was getting a hard time in gym class. He did not ask for them to do that, but she and her friend went in early, met with the counselor, and got it taken care of.
Cool.
She took the initiative to take care of that, and I thought that was awesome.
That's sweet.
And by the way, if you're wondering how Julia and her friend did that, well, the child that was doing the bullying has never been heard from.
Exactly. A lot of people don't realize how close we are to the river.
It's very exciting.
Yeah.
The drive is kicking off Cartoon Network's annual Stop Bullying Speak Up campaign, which will culminate during its Speak Up Week, September 29th through October 3rd, which in turn paves the way for National Bullying Prevention Month in October. Good month to do that with all the kids back at school. Actress, I'm not sure if you're going to like this. I didn't particularly like it.
What's that?
Actress Rosie Perez and Republican media operative Nicole Wallace are joining ABC's daytime chat show, The View. Man.
Oh, you know what? I would like it if Rosie Perez was on a show called Don't Chat.
I think you'll be surprised with Rosie. I don't know about the other lady.
Yeah, I don't. In fact, I don't even know who the
actually had to
lady
read
is.
about her to find out who she was. She apparently worked on one of the Bush administration's GWs.
Oh, I think I know who it is, and she's a talking head.
Yes,
maybe,
yes.
Now, they know that it's Rosie Perez and not Rosie O'Donnell they hired?
Yes.
They
Okay,
hired
just
Rosie
making sure.
O'Donnell and Rosie Perez. The network said Wednesday that the two will join Whoopi and Rosie on the panel for the show's new season. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Goldberg is the only holdover on the program, where creator Barbara Walters retired from an on-screen role this spring, and long-time producer Bill Getty left after learning a new off-screen boss was taking over. That's where they're going to have problems.
Yeah, you're right.
Because that guy was the driving force behind The View. We'll have to see how it does.
Interesting.
The talk seems to be making a little headway, but we'll keep our eyes on it. The Prostate Cancer Foundation will not accept money from Reddit users who chose to donate after viewing naked photos of Jennifer Lawrence. Do you guys hear about this?
No.
A forum on the popular social media site encouraged users who clicked on the personal and provocative images to give to the charity in honor of Jennifer Lawrence. Oscar, did you decide you were or you weren't going to donate?
Oh, I was on Reddit for a hot second, but by the time I got on there, everything was gone. So
Oh, they
really, should I
removed it.
give them the money?
Yeah.
Well, donations quickly reached more than $6,000 online. The foundation, however, later announced that they want nothing to do with the money.
No money for us, buddy.
They say, quote, a Reddit user directed other Reddit users to make a donation to the Prostate Cancer Foundation without the foundation's knowledge. We would never condone raising funds for cancer research in this manner. The statement concluded, out of respect for everyone involved and in keeping with our own standards, we are returning all donations that result from this post. So they're not taking the money based on
Mike, you would like Reddit. You should get on there sometime.
Really? Would I like the photos of Jennifer Lawrence?
No,
though?
it's
That's
not.
the
It's
question.
not about the naked
They
photos.
have like topics about
It's
everything,
just,
right?
yeah, there are rabbit holes, and for 4 rabbit holes, it's just a lot of fun sometimes. Just get lost there.
Reddit. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, I love to get lost.
Yeah.
I truly do. And you were sort of right about Guardians of the Galaxy. Sexy modern family star Sofia Vergara tops Forbes' list of highest earning TV actresses, and I am happy for her.
Good for her.
She reeled in, are you ready for this?
Uh-huh.
$37 million.
That pleases me greatly because there's so much mediocrity rewarded. You know, especially when you think of the Bazinga guy. I'm glad she's
Bazinga.
making money.
The bombshell, she's 42. She retained her top spot for a third consecutive year. She beat out her previous year's earnings by $7 million. Vergara earns $325,000 per episode on her hit ABC sitcom. And I'm totally surprised by that when you hear what the people got on the
Big Bang Theory.
The Big Bang Theory.
But you know, bigger cast.
Also, no, they try to get more money and held out, but their current contract escalates the dollars they make per season. So until they run this current contract, that's when you'll see the big dollars come around.
And also, the stats you gave us, that has to include syndication money and probably ads she does.
Yeah, well, she also got movie from endorsing brands like Diet Pepsi, CoverGirl, Head and Shoulders, AT&T. Wow. This year's top 6 were rounded out by Mariska Hargitay, $13 million, Kelly Cuoco Sweeting, $11 million, Juliana Margulies, $10 million, Ellen Pompeo from Grey's Anatomy, $10 million, and How I Met Your Mother actress Kobe Smulders. Do you know who she is?
No, and that show's over, right? How I Met Your Mother is done?
Yeah.
She got $10 million. That's it. So there's your money. Thank you. A worker in China was doing some maintenance work this week on the 8th floor of an apartment building. His work had him suspended in a harness 80 feet off the ground, and he was boring into the side of the apartment building with a drill. Unlucky for him, there was a child, a precocious child,
don't you hate
watching
a precocious
cartoons.
child, Mike?
A precocious little boy watching cartoons on the floor directly above him. I would assume that was the 9th floor.
Yes.
The worker's name was Liu Mai, and here's what he said. Hold on, I guess I should get the right music for this. This is what he said. I was using an electric drill to fit security lights to the outside of the building when I felt my safety rope shaking. I looked up to see what was wrong. What was wrong is that a psychopathic 10-year-old was cutting him off the building.
Oh, my God.
No.
That is not okay.
That is not okay.
He was cutting him off the building so that his pesky drilling would stop bothering his cartoons.
Oh, he couldn't hear Most Honorable Bugs Bunny.
Yes, this is true. He goes on. I saw the boy cutting the ropes with a knife. I shouted at him to stop, but he didn't listen. And soon after, the rope was broken. I was petrified. Liu Mai stopped drilling, and Damien went back to watching his cartoons as the worker was left clinging to his one remaining good rope for dear life.
Wow.
He was there. He was there for 40 minutes before coworkers would arrive on the scene and pull him to safety. How did the Bratz family apologize? They brought the guy a new rope.
Oh, my God.
It is called parenting. You've got to try it sometime.
The boy's father says, quote, we also gave him a good talking to and explained what he did was very dangerous. He has promised he will not do something similar again. Doesn't exactly sound like he's got the urgency, does it?
No.
Anyway, well, there's no accounting for parenting styles, and the boy was 10 years old, and everybody lived happily ever after. And now, a little something, boys. A woman was out jogging by herself on a trail in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on Tuesday afternoon when 19-year-old Robert Flynn, Bobby Flynn! He ran up behind her, grabbed her, and pulled her shorts down. Then he took off running. He didn't realize this, though. The woman that he had just attacked was a U.S. Marshal.
Oh, bad move.
She started sprinting after him and eventually cornered him on a staircase in an apartment building. He lunged at her. That's bad, too. He shouldn't have done that. Well, she kicked him in the groin and took him down with a punch to the face. Yeah, baby. He was arrested and charged with aggravated assault, indecent assault, escape, and giving a fake name to a law enforcement officer.
He didn't give Bobby Flynn?
No, he said his name is Liu Mai. The cops also linked him to another incident where he lifted up a woman's skirt and then ran off. The man will now probably be going to jail, and he will have to go back to his previous hobby, sending letters to DCR-TV. Thank you very much. We'll take a break, and we'll come back with the Audio Vault and Rob Spiewak right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Every Monday, listen to the gut-wrenching, tongue-twisting action on Americast. Get heart-pounding clips from the Mike O'Mara Show. Pick 411, Rob and Joe Show, and Cake and Cookies, the Rob and Katie Show. Hear fans of More Broadcasting say tear apart through More Broadcasting on iTunes, Stitcher, and of course, MikeO'MaraShow.com. Catch the action. Americast, part of the More Broadcasting Network.
Thank you, Marcus Curtis. Welcome back to the show. Time for Rob's Audio Vault, brought to you by Harry's. Shaving is a pain in the neck. You know that. Literally. It's uncomfortable. Razor burns, cuts, nicks, scrape. Rob Spiewak has begun to hoard all of his Harry's razors so he can shave his pretty head smooth because they're the best razors in the world.
I was too busy rushing through the letters to hoard those razors, so you should get them today. They were in the mail on Tuesday.
Want my razors.
They'll
Harry's.
be there.
It's Harry's.com, everybody. They make their own blades. In fact, they bought their own factory in Germany just so they could cut out the middleman. And speaking of cutting out the middleman, I ordered my own razors from Harry's yesterday directly from the site. That's how excited I am about Harry's. They really are the best, and they're so much more affordable than regular blades that you would get at a drugstore. The result, the best high-quality blades you can buy. They respect your face and your wallet. They're about half the price of other big brand blades. The starter set is a great deal. Really, you owe it to yourself if you shave with the drugstore blades. Listen to this, $15. You get the razor, the moisturizing shave cream, 3 razor blades brought right to your door, free shipping. Don't pay $32 or more for an 8-pack of lousy blades when it's half that price for better blades at Harry's. On average, you could save $150 a year. Go to Harry's.com now, and Harry's will give you $5 off your first purchase. My math tells me that's $10 to get everything you need to get started with Harry's.
You're dead
Just
on,
type
Mike.
in
Dead on.
Thank you. Just type in our code TMOS.
I'm on my T81 right now.
There you go.
That is $10.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's HARRYS.com. We're serious. It's $10. Enter the code TMOS at checkout for this limited time offer and start shaving better today. Go to a drugstore, real simple. Walk in there. Take a look at one of their basic razors. Or take they're good ones. They're really good ones from Harry's. Then take a look at the blades. And then take a look at a can of shaving cream. Add it up. And see if you can get anywhere, anyhow, anywhere, $10 to get that. You
Can't do
won't.
that.
Harrys.com. Check them out. Without further ado, let's open up the Audio Vault for Thursday, September 4, 2014, Rob.
Mike, before we get to the drunkenness, let's talk a little music. There was something that went on YouTube that sort of blew up yesterday. This is a guy named Dion Beery, I think his name is, and he's going to spoof now for you every song Mumford & Son has ever done. And the thing, I think this is funny anyway, but if you read the comments, Mumford & Sons fans are arguing which song he's making fun of, but because they all sound alike, they can't decide what he's making fun of. But here is every Mumford & Sons song you've ever heard.
I can sing real soft. I can sing real loud too. I love a girl. She left me sad and blue and two and you and shoe and boob. And I can sing like this. And I will wake up all my neighbors' kids.
That's funny.
And I will sing until the house come home. Home.
So, Mike, that's every Mumford & Sons song.
Too funny.
That's funny.
I
That's
love
good.
it. I do love it. The top 3 songs of the summer, Mike, when you were out in your convertible cruising the strip in Florida, were you
Yes.
listening to any of these songs? Were you
I'll
listening
tell you.
to Problem by Ariana Grande featuring Iggy Azalea?
No, that's a negative. It's a hit. Absolutely not.
Big hit. Big hit. I
Big
like
hit.
the hook here. Yeah.
Oh, I have this. Is that the Ariana thing?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, I have listened to that one.
And
All right.
remember, she likes the ass of the lady on the Today Show.
Yeah,
Tamron Hall.
Tamron Hall.
She likes
Got
Tamron
booty.
Hall's ass. She said, "Dead booty dough, dead booty dough." The number 2 song of the summer, Mike, and it smells like number 2. Here's "Rude" by Magic.
Oh, yeah.
Mike, why you gotta be so rude?
People hate
Sorry
that
about that.
song. I love that song.
And probably the catchiest song to come out this summer, also by Iggy Azalea, but this features Charlie XCX. It's Fancy.
You know, it's weird. I know they're different lyrics, but every single one of those songs you played has the same lyric for me.
Which is what?
Time has passed me by. Thank you.
Those songs are plenty catchy, but I don't hear anyone whistling them. Mike,
No,
where's
not
the
at all.
melody?
Yeah, where is the melody?
Say it with me because it's fun to say. Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, very popular actor, Benedict Cumberbatch.
He was so popular that he was honored at the GQ Man of the Year ceremony. He was understanding, Mike. It was his understanding. It was the understanding of Cumberbatch.
Do you want to start with that? Do you want to start with that again? Was it the Benedict Cumberbatch that got you? Is that what's-
It always does, Mike. He's so
Okay.
his face is so nice.
Where's the understanding fit into this?
It
I'm
was
curious.
his understanding that he
There it
would
is.
get his award early in the evening.
Okay.
But they didn't stick to the program, and he got it later. But he still kept drinking. So here's Benedict on stage, Mike.
Oh, good.
And as Johnny Carson used to say, he really thinks he's fooling everybody. doesn't he?
Okay, good.
In this extraordinary room, which is prize enough, with Pharrell Williams, incredible motor drivers. I mean, Lewis Hamilton, motor drivers. What century am I from? I'm auditioning for Downton Abbey or some such. Not that Downton Abbey. I just mean. Yeah, where was I? Oh. I'm going to stop swearing because my mother will disown me. I should thank her rather than swearing. Thank you, Mum and Dad, for rearing me. Rearing, again, what century? That's like, you rear farmyard animals. I don't think I'm one of those. Maybe I could play one. I've just played a tiger, so who knows? Watch out for the pig to add to my coterie of animals. So I'm going to get off stage, because I believed Dylan when he said, no, the list at the top, that's the list on the thing on your tables, that's it. So I was first. So I drank a lot, and I need the loo, so thank you very much.
He needs the loo, Mike.
That's good. I like that.
Is there anything more embarrassing? And I think all of us here today have, done stuff on microphone or on stage where you say something expecting applause and you don't get it. Blake Shelton got it on the Tonight Show last night. Apparently not a lot of Cardinals fans in the audience.
Football season's coming up. You're a big football fan. You like the Cardinals. I love the Arizona Cardinals. You're yelling. What the hell? You can't yell. You think you're in Arizona? You're the one on drugs, buddy. This ain't drugs, they're the Jets. And you got to pause. It's New York.
But just that dead silence. You die a little bit
Well,
inside.
that's a true fan, though. If he's going to go into that realm and say, yeah, the Cardinals.
Yeah.
I mean, really.
Yeah.
That's
True enough. And the Cardinals featured in the current issue, or I guess it would be the edition of the Madden football video game, but they discovered a glitch, Mike.
I don't know if we have any gamers here, but this is a big story. A glitch in the John Madden NFL game has accidentally created a player who's 1 foot tall. Yeah, another glitch accidentally created an NFL player with no criminal record. So they got
How about them Arizona Cardinals?
Yeah, come on now. Yeah.
That's your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great Thursday, everybody.
That's it. We got to get out of here. Dry your eyes. Not goodbye. Just so long. You can always write us a letter. Send it to TMOS, P.O. Box 2796, Leesburg, Virginia 20177, or email all technical queries. I love that. To ponyboy@MikeO'MaraShow.com. Query sounds like something Benedict Cumberbatch would say.
Rearing
If you'd like-
children.
If you'd like to be part of the legendarily popular Thursday mailbag segment, drop a line to the Jolly One, Rob at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Man, we put your address up there. That turned the mailbag around.
Sure
That's
did.
for sure. And remember the official e-voice line, 800-440-8167. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Ciao, ciao.
Wait, don't go. I need to tell you that MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon is perfect for all your online shopping needs. Shop the best way. Shop Amazon. And please go through our website, always open at MikeO'MaraShow.com/Amazon.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.